You're listening to the John and Heidi Show, now featuring the wit and wisdom of Dan Farris.
Okay, dudes, let's walk this sucker.
On Sunny 93.3.
Time now for the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Mr. Dan Farris.
Woo, who's the bonus? This guy.
Yeah.
Happy Monday there, you two little rascals. You.
Absolutely. Last day of November. Holy cow.
It is, isn't it?
It is.
I can't
wouldn't
wait
lie to
for
you.
Christmas. Mark Twain's birthday today. Big fan of Mark Twain. Loved Mark Twain.
Me too.
Winston Churchill.
Nice.
Changed the world.
He was a phenomenal human being.
And,
absolutely.
Let's see. Maybe on, well, I guess it depends on, what you think about life in general. Another heavy hitter, Dick Clark.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I always thought Dick Clark was a pretty neat dude.
Dick Clark. What's happening in history? This was kind of a huge deal. Wow. 1487.
We were just kids.
That was like probably a good 100+ years ago.
Yeah, it was way more than that.
The very first German beer purity law is enacted in Munich.
Really?
By Albert IV, Duke of Bavaria, stating that beer shall be brewed from just 3 ingredients.
Okay.
Water, malt, and hops. And
no barley.
That's it.
Really?
And for a long, long time, that is what it was. Now, of course, with all the craft brews, you can't swing a dead drunk without hitting one
for
of those.
sure, yeah.
Putting everything in there, man. Fruits and vegetables, waffles.
Interesting.
Here, try this. 12 ounces for $9. No, thank you.
Getting an interesting note of, is that Twinkies?
What is that? Well, we put some asphalt in there.
Nobody saw that coming.
Love the man bun and the beard, but no, hard pass. From the world of music, a couple of big things. In 1979, Pink Floyd's album The Wall is released.
Yeah.
That bad boy would sell 6 million copies in 2 weeks.
I was just thinking over here why we don't have any craft brewers advertising with us.
What? I just call it like I see it. I'm too old to play games, man.
Okay.
So 79, The Wall is released. And a few years later, 1982, Michael Jackson's album Thriller is released. Goes on to become the best-selling album of all time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. That
worldwide
was a huge,
at this point.
huge release.
Almost 50 million copies
Yeah.
have sold worldwide. But in the United States,
Yeah.
is Thriller still the best-selling album? The answer is no.
Really?
No, it was actually taken over by Eagles' Greatest Hits, 1971 through 1975.
Really?
In the United States, Thriller has sold about 34 million copies. Eagles' Greatest Hits has sold a little over 38 million copies.
Really?
In the US.
Oh.
Each member of the Eagles has about 2 million of those in storage somewhere.
Yeah,
keep buying them themselves.
between those albums, Pink Floyd, The Wall, Michael Jackson's Thriller, Eagles' Greatest Hits, I owned one of those. Which one?
Eagles' Greatest Hits.
No.
I had The
I'm
Wall.
saying The Wall. Yeah.
Oh.
2-album set. It's phenomenal.
Yeah.
And
It was
it's
good.
on-
It was a very good set.
Yeah, so there you go. So I know, you know, we all know, man, I've just so much information. It just pours from me. It's crazy.
It's good, though.
What? I've built myself up because, frankly, no one else will.
We do.
We build you up all the time.
Yeah, well, maybe you should
Just
get your
not
game
on the air
you know.
where everybody else can hear it.
It's the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris. Oddly enough, not sponsored by any breweries.
What?
Want to save money? Take the BetterCreditCards.com challenge. It's simple and free, and you could save money every single month. Take a few minutes to look at your current interest rate and see what you get for points or perks. Then go to BetterCreditCards.com to see if they can help you find a better credit card. This will literally cost you nothing, and it could help you get a better credit card. Do it today. BetterCreditCards.com. That's BetterCreditCards.com.
Time now for Ranger Dan's Critter Corner.
Well, I'm rough, tough, and ready. I'm a heck of a man. Eat my beans and weenies from a frying pan.
He's Ranger Dan.
Easy. I'm Ranger Dan. Well, I loves to wrestle bears and lasso ducks. Run over possums in my government truck.
He's Ranger Dan.
Easy. I'm Ranger Dan. Well, I loves all the campers and the animals too. If you're picking on critters, I'm coming after you.
He's Ranger Dan.
Yes, sir. I'm Ranger Dan.
Good morning, Ranger Dan.
Good morning, Ranger Dan.
You got a little snuggle bugs. You, Luigi, you're looking good. Yeah, we got a brand new deal coming down the pike here. I gave this a lot of thought while I was holed up over the weekend in the Ranger Dan Fortress Ranger Tude, and it occurred to me listening to some old programs, and of course I've got them all on file there that need to do a little switch up on the old Ranger Dan theme song, which of course is a classic hit.
Right.
It's good.
Made a small fortune, people using that as a ringtone on their phone. You can still get that done. The Ranger Dan website, it's just $1.99 a month to use that.
$1.99 a month.
Since it came to light that I had pretty much elected myself as now the president-elect.
Yeah.
That's right.
South Dakota Department of
It's exciting.
Parks, Dan, that we need to switch up the old theme song just a little bit. Now, everything's going to remain the same except for, and a lot of people don't know this, behind the scenes, we actually wrote and produced the theme song. We did not hire that out to some.
No.
Dan, we did that ourselves, and you guys helped me out on the old roundabout. When you say Ranger Dan, we're just going to change title. Okay, are you ready to go? It should be pretty simple. We'll just start with the first verse here, and the chorus will just be the new title. Okay, are you ready to go? Okay, here we go. Well, I'm rough, tough, and ready. I'm a heck of a man. Eat my beans and weenies from a frying pan. I'm president-elect of South Dakota Department of Game Fish, Buck Dan. Man, hit it!
He's
President-elect South Dakota Game Fiction Parks Dan.
We're going to take that once more from the top.
Should we write something down? Or
Recording, here we go. Well, I'm rough, tough, and ready. I'm a heck of a man. Eat my beans and weenies from a frying pan. I'm president-elect South
Dakota Game Fiction Parks Dan.
It's not your turn yet. It is now. There you go.
He's president-elect Ranger South Dakota Dan.
I guess when I was wanting to rework this, pretty simple to me. If I could just be honest with you two for just a second, I don't want to take up a lot of time. I've never really expected much from the two of you. Frankly, you've never let me down. Now, Heidi, on the one hand, you can slide by on your stunning good looks.
I'm in trouble.
Feminine wiles. Well, you, Ron, you don't have those options.
I do not.
We're going to have a little go at this maybe later in the week. So, hey there, Lenny. In the meantime, if you could maybe take a few singing lessons, possibly enroll yourself in one of those night school English language literacy courses, that'd be just fine. Well, that's all the time we have today, little Radio Rangers. Till next time, remember... Well, this is the artist formerly known as Ranger Dan saying out. Sing it with me. Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Addiction. It's not a pretty thing. Addiction can lead to many problems in your life. Addiction can drive away those who love you the most. And addiction can lead to the loss of jobs, relationships, and even your life. Don't let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. They want to help. Timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Time now for Water Cooler Talk with Mr. Dan Farris. Is brought to you by Lukewarm Tap Water.
Tap water.
It's been going on for a number of years with the advent of technology, and everybody's got a phone here and there, and smartphones and everything else. And it's the scams. It's the phone scam.
Oh yeah.
Phone. And we've brought a couple of them up over the past, and it wasn't that long ago. I think elderly gentleman here in town was taken for what was it? Almost
Lot of money.
Like
Yeah,
500,000.
it's
awful.
awful.
In the past month or so, just crazy stuff. Here is a new. I don't know if it's a new scam or not, but it's hitting the Midwest, and it's actually a thing. I read this and I go, who would fall for this? But people do. Authorities want to warn people, this is happening right now, of a new scam, quote, new scam, that lies to people about a kidnapped loved one.
Oh my God, that's sick.
How brutal is that?
That's sick.
Scammers are calling people saying they have a family member of theirs hostage and demand money for their release.
And they don't really have a family member.
Of course not.
I would guess because you can get so much information anymore. I mean, just go on Facebook. Here's the whole family. Here's their name.
Well,
Right, that's sick.
This happened to my grandmother. This was what, 15 years ago?
Yeah.
Oh, called in on you,
Yeah.
right?
My mom called me and she said, "Are you in Mexico?" And I was like, I get that all the time, but no, I'm not in Mexico. I'm like, what do you mean? She said, somebody just called grandma and said that they were in jail in Mexico.
Oh, in jail, okay.
Yeah, and it was some
little
kid.
different deal.
Yeah, a little different, but the whole kidnapping, that's just disgusting because somebody is in danger, somebody, that's horrifying.
Yeah, you get a hold of the right person, they're going to absolutely freak.
Oh, that's
well,
disgusting.
in this particular situation, when he called, he's like, Grandma, and she said, who is this? He goes, well, who do you think it is? And she thought it was me.
She gave him the name.
John?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden he had John.
It's just disgusting.
You give people enough info and then they can use all of that back on you. And that's exactly how these scams work. So don't give any info.
Yeah, and officials are just telling people if you receive such a call, you just remain calm and try to reach out to the person they're talking about from
Make
a
sure
different
they're
phone
okay.
and write down the information, any information the callers give you without giving any of your own information.
Right.
And contact authorities. I just thought...
It's
That
disgusting.
is really disgusting.
It's disgusting.
And it's a thing. So I was a little surprised when I tripped over this.
Some people need to just get a job. Just get a job.
Yeah. Thanks to Kaylee Clemens over at Competing Radio Station for letting me rip that off. Send me a bill, Kaylee. Whatever.
Thank you, Kaylee.
Yeah, that'd be great.
I don't know who that is, but I'll be hearing from her lawyer.
Why Dan has attorneys? Well,
Dan, thank you for that.
My pleasure.
It's the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris.
Want to save money? Take the bettercreditcards.com challenge. It's simple and free, and you could save money every single month. Take a few minutes to look at your current interest rate and see what you get for points or perks. Then go to bettercreditcards.com to see if they can help you find a better credit card. This will literally cost you nothing, and it could help you get a better credit card. Do it today. Bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Time now for a bright spot of news brought to you by Paul's Designer Showroom on Lake Lorraine in Sioux Falls. They can brighten any room with a beautiful light fixture, and we're going to brighten your day right now with some good news. I've got Gail from Big Paws Canine joining me. How you doing, Gail?
I'm great, John. Thanks. How are you doing?
I am fabulous. Tomorrow is a big day. Tomorrow is Giving Tuesday, and there's a lot of people doing a lot of things, but I'm really excited about the way we can give to Big Paws Canine because I can go and get some delicious food and do something good for you guys at the same time, right?
Yes, sir. You sure can. Applebee's on the east side of Sioux Falls is having a Giving Tuesday to the benefit of Big Paws Canine.
And this is something I can go in and eat. I can get food delivered. I can pick food up. I can, however I want to do it. Tomorrow from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m., and it's not just like 10% that goes to Big Paws. This is a big deal. Tell me a little bit about what you guys get tomorrow.
It's going to be 50% of sales of items picked from their specific menu that will be going to Big Paws. And I tell you, John, this menu is amazing. There's something on it for everyone. There's pasta and there's salad and there's lime chicken and, beautiful big cheeseburgers.
And that lime chicken is delicious. That's one of Heidi's favorites. So that's probably what we're going to have to order. Again, it's tomorrow from 11 a.m. until 11 p.m. So that kind of covers a late breakfast, lunch, or late lunch, early dinner, and supper. So if you eat as much as I do, it covers them all.
And a bedtime snack, too.
Exactly. It kind of just fits. It fills in all the cracks. But no, it's tomorrow, 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. Now, is there a place that I can go to see this special menu? Do we have that online somewhere?
We do. On our Facebook page, that's Big Paws Canine Foundation on Facebook. We have all of the details for the event as well as all of the items that are available on the menu.
And I'll be sure to share a link to all of that on our Facebook page as well to make it really, really easy to find. Now, for a moment here, we should probably talk about Big Paws because I'm sure there's at least one person listening right now that's not familiar. So for people that don't know anything at all about Big Paws, let's tell everybody what you guys do.
Big Paws is a 501c3 nonprofit. We are a group of entirely built up of volunteers who train and donate service dogs for disabled veterans and former first responders.
And it's an amazing group of people who do amazing things for awesome heroes. And I just think it's great. The people that I've met who do have a dog through Big Paws, this is something that's changed their life in such a great, positive way.
Oh, absolutely. And every day, I'm fortunate enough to get to see the benefits of it every single day. And with things going on with COVID, I mean, nobody's happy about the pandemic, but I'm so proud that so many of our people have these dogs to rely on during a time that can really bring your spirits down.
If there's somebody listening that kind of fits those criteria and they would like to learn more about how they can qualify and get a dog through Big Paws, how do they find that information?
You would go to our website, which would be bigpawscanine.com, and canine is spelled out Canine. And on our website, not only does it have all the information and a lot of pictures of our veterans and their dogs and how our operations run, there's also applications that you can fill out right online.
And I'm going to throw a link to that as well to make it really easy to find. It's an awesome organization. And again, all day tomorrow, if you would like to help, all you got to do is go to Applebee's on the east side. And again, that doesn't just count for people that eat in. If it's dine in, that counts. But also if you get it to go, you do the curbside, that works. If you even get it delivered, it all works. And it's tomorrow from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. Gail, that's really, really cool, and I'm excited for you guys.
Well, thank you. We're really excited, and we're very proud to be partnering with Applebee's on this, as we are the first organization in the city who has been chosen to partake in this new fundraising effort put out by Applebee's.
And tomorrow is the big day. Gail, thank you so much for taking time to chat with us about it today.
Thank you so much, John.
Again, Gail is with Big Paws Canine Foundation. I'm going to throw a link to the information for tomorrow's event from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. Anytime in there. You don't have to eat that whole time, although, you probably could. At least I could. I could find something to munch on the whole time. All the details on our Facebook page, facebook.com/sunnyradio and facebook.com/Sioux Falls News.
Addiction. It's not a pretty thing. Addiction can lead to many problems in your life. Addiction can drive away those who love you the most. And addiction can lead to the loss of jobs, relationships, and even your life. Don't let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. They want to help. Timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Time now for entertainment news of the day with Mr. Dan Farris.
The celebrity is
fabulous.
Okay, over there.
Let's face it, a lot of people, big celebrities, they just, they run around and kind of embarrass themselves on occasion, but I love it when I find just a great story, and I love this story a lot. I actually tripped over it late last week, but didn't have time to get to it. Justin Timberlake.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
JT did something pretty cool for Thanksgiving.
Oh, what did he do?
He came across an article, a story about 17-year-old Jake Stitt. Jake lives with cerebral palsy. And the story was about him and his father, who happened to live in Morristown, Tennessee, had been saving, doing some fundraisers. Jake's dad had to raise enough money to purchase a tricked-out van.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
To get Jake where Jake needs to go.
Exactly.
Oh, that's super cool.
Nice.
And if you've ever been inside, and I have been inside, they can really, really,
there's
what they need to do.
Places here in town that make those, yeah.
They do. Timberlake came across the story, decided to take it upon himself to help the Stitts by purchasing the specialized vehicle. Jake and his father had already raised a little more than $35,000 for the van.
Wow.
Now, Timberlake told them to just keep the funds.
Oh, wow.
Ways, and he just full-blown paid for
that
everything he needed.
So cool.
Thanksgiving, and getting hold of Jake and telling him he is inspirational, and according to Timberlake, it's totally my pleasure. Heard about what the goal was right before Thanksgiving, heard your story, saw a news clip about it, and if I can help out, fantastic. So.
Isn't that great?
Unfortunately, it was tricked out so the radio only plays Baby Baby on a constant loop.
On a side note on this.
I don't think that's his song.
Isn't that Baby?
That's Biebs.
That's Justin Bieber.
Oh, it's Bieber.
Yeah, you got Bieber fever,
Oh, mix him up with Timberlake.
Heidi had such a great joke, and then she bombed it.
They're both kind of lame, in my opinion.
Come on. What?
I just want to say this. That was a great,
awesome,
great
honestly.
It's
solid.
a very cool thing.
It's a very
solid.
Very cool thing.
And I call him JT because we have a history.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, really?
And I always speak highly of him because I'm a high road kind of guy.
You are high road kind of
But here's the thing. He comes out with this big deal in 2006. He's going to bring sexy back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
To step in and pick up the slack, this guy.
You did a good job.
And have I received a thank you from him?
Not one.
No. So, there
Fair
you
weather
go.
friend.
Whatever. But hey, good on you, Justin. Nice job,
Yeah,
man.
that's super cool.
For those who don't know, Justin was one of the Mouseketeers for Mickey Mouse Club, and then he was in a band that did okay called In Sync, and then he's done not too bad on his own.
Yeah, he does all right.
He's probably okay in paying on this van.
Oh, I'm sure.
He's doing
that
all
was
right.
sweet. That was very cool. Good on him.
Well, Dan, thanks for coming in, man.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
It's the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris, brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com.
Want to save money? Take the BetterCreditCards.com challenge. It's simple and free, and you could save money every single month. Take a few minutes to look at your current interest rate and see what you get for points or perks. Then go to BetterCreditCards.com to see if they can help you find a better credit card. This will literally cost you nothing, and it could help you get a better credit card. Do it today. BetterCreditCards.com. That's BetterCreditCards.com.
Here's your Market Beat Minute for Monday, November 30th, 2020. The S&P 500 closed the day on Friday with a gain of 3% to end another all-time closing high. The move was driven by a rise in optimism, despite the rising number of COVID-19 cases. But maybe short-lived. While the index moved up to set a new closing high, there is still resistance at the all-time intraday high. Until the market moves above that level, bullish trades should be cautious. This week, we'll bring another round of important economic data that could move the market. Topping the list is the monthly non-farm payroll report and unemployment figures. The risk for the market is an unexpected uptick in jobless claims in November may point to weaker than expected NFP numbers. Until then, there is a raft of other data, including the Fed's Beige Book, for investors to consider. You can get the inside track from Wall Street's brightest minds delivered directly to your inbox every day at MarketBeatMinute.com.